I'm glad I spent all that time on that. Anyway, so
You know what? It wasn't about the
versus Dark
destination.
Samus.
It was the journey.
Yes, thank you.
Where the journey led us, I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, starting on Smashville. This is typically seen as a pretty good stage pick for Ike, just on the surface level. And I know it's a stage that Yez likes. And he's showing you
Yeah, I
why
can see
by
why.
he just kind of forward aired his opponent off the screen. And oh no, he's about to do it again. Okay,
It keeps happening.
It's just these Ikes, man. I'm telling you, these top level Ikes, they're so explosive. That's what separates them. They just explode on their opponents more than other Ikes do.
True. Now, speaking of Ikes separating themselves from each other, I think it was somebody who I was commentating with. Like, I was commentating a Yes set a couple weeks ago. I apologize because I forget who it was, but they said like they were playing against Yes, and they had been doing really, really well against the other top Ikes. They've been doing really well against Raven King and so on and so forth. And they were just getting like just demolished and like can opened by Yez, and they were asking like why are you beating me when I can like go toe to toe with these other Ikes? And it's like and Yez said, well, the other Ikes actually play the character I just nair. And like Yez is a character who, like, and this is where I bring up another one of my favorite quotes, which comes from Bruce Lee, and they said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." That is Yez. That is what you're dealing with this player.
Yeah, I think he's obviously very proficient with there. I also just think when he plays.
Oh, you dead?
Yeah.
You're dead. Oh.
So
okay.
I was gonna finish my sentence by saying he plays as a crackhead. Thank you. I didn't even get to finish my sentence before he suicide up his opponent off the screen.
Thanks for playing, Denny.
Yeah, Yez did just prove my point before I was allowed to make it. Thank you, Mr. Yez.
Okay, so it's gonna be a 2-0 unless Denny leaves the arena right now.
No.
That's what we can say for sure. Okay. Okay. It might not be a 2-0.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. Yez plays so much more kind of ridiculous and this aggressive playstyle than the other Ikes do. Obviously his usage of Nair is super, super good, but he doesn't play like he respects you while being the nicest human being on this planet.
I think that like being a self-described like one note player, which like I feel like that's that's definitely doing him a disservice.
Yeah.
But like that doesn't preclude him also being like very aggressive. I think that if you want to nair a lot as like you kind of have to be aggressive. You can't really do that defensively because like there are characters like Samus who can nickel and dime you with like charge shot and Zair and missiles and all that bonanza. So and you're kind of seeing that right now. Like this is when the characters have a little bit more space on the platform on the stage to play around, then you can see like maybe start to struggle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Good ledge trap setup there from Denny, and good closing it out with the offstage. I think that wasn't there.
Yeah, and I believe it wasn't there as well. Yeah, but one of the things probably. It was oh, okay. Yeah, sure. What I was trying to say was that starting on Smash was a very weird pick because that is a counterpick stage a lot of Ikes like to go to. So they kind of started on a counter pick without fully realizing they were starting on a counter pick, I think.
I have a feeling that might be the last time Denny voluntarily goes to Smashville against him.
Yeah. At least like Yez or Raven Cake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, if it takes one game to learn that lesson, at least you learned the lesson.
I genuinely just don't think he knew that, because otherwise that's a stage you ban against, like, not even just like let them go to for a starter. That's a stage you straight up just ban.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad that I learned that lesson.
Yes,
if I ever play against Yez or Raven King in bracket, I know where not to go.
Yeah,
So, you know, Denny, thank you. And you know what, Denny? Thank you for showing that if I ever want to play Dark Samus against Yez or Raven King, I should probably go to PS2 because Denny's doing a pretty damn good job this game.
Yeah, he's using the extra space really well. He's not quite zoning right now, but he's kind of just poking in and out, trying to bait you, and it's working so far. Gonna probably be looking for a charge shot soon. Yeah, there's a charge shot. Not gonna find anything with it though.
Oh wow, okay.
Interesting combo.
If that was if there were no misinputs in there, then like that I like that idea. I mean you're kind of going for like you're kind of banking on the unpredictability of the mix-up being what gets it to hit. Or just like making it scramble. Denny's doing a lot of like jab into jab 1 into things that aren't jab 2. Okay, so there you see the like that's how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. Oh, gonna get that charge shot on platform though, and that'll take it.
That was a really good cleanup too. Only 12% to even up the stocks.
Yeah, Denny. I don't think that game 1 really did Denny justice. I just think going on to that stage is so rough.
And you know what? Like it's a credit to Denny's mental game as well because like clearly unfazed by getting mollywopped by Ike. Like there was one stock on the board for Yez at the end of that game. That was not a one stock victory. That was more than one stock victory.
It was like if he didn't suicide up B, it would have been a 2 stock, but it really felt like worse. It felt much worse. But Denny's gonna see if they can claw their way back into this game. If they keep playing this kind of poke playstyle, I can see it happen, but they have to be careful not to overcommit. I think right now they're starting to get a little desperate to make something happen, and that's exactly what Yez wants. Gonna find a down tilt into up air, and that's gonna take the stock game and set.
And you know, Ike says you'll get no